Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to your April 2021 general reading. I've already pulled some oracle cards just to get us started. I haven't looked at them, but just to save time on shuffling. Then we'll take a look at tarot and we'll clarify and try to get any more information we can for you. Remember that this is a general reading, and so if it's not resonating with you, I suggest you look at your moon, rising, or Venus readings, those signs, because there may be a message there for you. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay, so your animal spirit this month is the fish. So, the fish is kind of one of those animal spirits that's kind of interesting, because what it can mean is that, you're flexible. You like to go with the flow, and that is great for some point, so for a period of time. But then the problem is that the fish sometimes goes with the flow so much that they don't have like a plan. They don't have a goal, a dream. They're just kind of like whatever comes, comes. And there is some benefit to being that way, but there's also kind of a benefit of having some kind of a guidance within you, a goal, a dream, something that you're trying to achieve in your life, something that helps you to focus so that you're not quite so flexible with life. So we'll get some more information about that. Okay, embracing enthusiasm, shout to the heavens with happiness. What a lovely energy. I'm not sure. I think maybe Libra also got that card. So you may be dealing with a Libra. I think that these two go together so well, because sometimes when you are just allowing life to happen and you don't have any focus in your life, you also lose your passion, your enthusiasm for life. And so this is kind of indicating that when you find some focus in your life, and I think it's interesting because I just realized she's really focusing on a butterfly, right? And butterflies are a sign of transformation. You may even be going through a transformation, but you're definitely, having your sights on a goal of some sort. And by doing that, you raise your vibration. You get, excited about things. And then when you get excited, it's just so, it brings a level of excitement to your own heart that when you're just in the fish and you're being so super flexible. And sometimes this can be because you're trying to please so many people. But the problem is that then you're stepping out of your own enthusiasm, right? You're not focusing on what it is that you want. So it's really interesting energy. Okay, so let's see what else we have here. Observer. This is another card, very interesting, because this is another card about taking a step back and looking at your life and trying to decide, are you really on the right track? Is this really what you want? And, maybe just being so flexible and, not really having a goal in mind has kind of, put you on a path that you're not really sure is really the path for you. I also think it's interesting because this fox has a telescope and is really focused on this moon. When you look at both of these cards, they're really focused on something. And, I've never noticed that about these cards before. So I'm really thinking it's something that Spirit really is a message that they're trying to get you to hear, is that it's time for you to have a goal, to focus on that goal, to get excited about that goal. And I also feel like it's about doing something that you really want to do, something that you're passionate about. Because with the fish energy, once again, it can be you're kind of trying to keep so many people happy that you're losing touch of what it is that you really want in life. Really interesting. Okay, angel love. So this is, kind of indicating that it's time for you to love yourself. It's almost like she's holding her own heart there, right? it's about you. And once again, okay, she's focusing on the heart. Like, you need to focus on what it is your heart wants. That message is coming out so clear. So clear for me here. Okay, and wisdom. The wisdom card, this is a lot like the Hierophant card. This is the Psychic Tarot. This card also indicates that there could be somebody coming on your path that's going to be a spiritual teacher that may be helping you to focus on where it is that you need to go. You're like your path. You may be getting ready to, start a new career that's more in a spiritual line or something like that. With the wisdom card, either, you or the student and a teacher is going to come on your path, or it could be that you have gained a lot of wisdom and you're the teacher and a student is going to come onto your path that you will help. But either way, this is really about gaining wisdom by being really focused on something. And, I'm just, look at this dog. It's like, the loyal dog is like focused completely on this person, right? There's definitely something about finding a focus in your life. Finding something, a goal, a dream, a passion, something that is truly focused to put your energies and your passion into. Something that comes from your heart. Really interesting. Okay, so I'm going to go to the tarot. Let's go find some more details about this. I'm going to look at the past and present energies. Then we'll look at your obstacle and advice from spirit, and then your outcome. And remember, you always have free will, so you can do what you want. You don't have to follow the advice of the cards. But let's look at your past energy here. 5 of Wands, but it's in reverse. So this is, some kind of, 5 of Wands is conflict. It could be internal conflict from people around you, but it's in reverse. It means that you have overcome this conflict. Like you're moving on from that. Well, let's pull some more cards before I say anything. Let's pull some more cards. Okay, 9 of Pentacles. So this is a nice energy. This is you. So right now you may be or getting ready to be very focused on your career. And it is sometimes, I think it's interesting because I just realized this too, there's like a dove there. So spirit is guiding this. But I kind of wonder if you haven't been like so focused on money that you may have lost your focus on something else in your life. So let's, we'll get some more information. So let's see what your obstacle is. 3 of Wands, just being afraid to start the new adventure, going out there, taking a risk. Taking a risk in something, something new. And your advice is 2 Wands, making a choice. I feel like you really do have to make a choice on what it is you're going to focus on. Okay, and then the outcome. And then we're going to clarify all of these. 7 of Swords. So, that can be... this can represent a couple of different things, but to me, in this case, in this reading, it's about you denying your own self. You denying your own self. Or perhaps somebody is trying to deny you what it is that you want. Wow. Okay, so let's go get some information. So, Spirit, can we clarify this? 5 of Wands in reverse. Really interesting reading. Strength card. You had the strength to overcome this. And I love the strength card in this deck too, because look at her, and gender doesn't matter, but it's not just the strength, it's an inner calm of knowing that the direction that you're going to take is the correct direction. Okay, so let's get a few more. You have the Emperor. This could be somebody in your life that's trying to control you. This is your past energy. Somebody that was trying to control you. And with this fish energy, maybe you were trying to appease that person, be flexible enough to keep that person happy in a situation. And Seven of Cups. Yeah, it brought you confusion. It brought you some confusion about what it was that you wanted. So I feel like you have, this Five of Wands in reverse. You have this conflict. And it could be external conflict, but it could also be internal conflict. But you definitely have someone in your life. I don't think that this is you. I'm really reading that this is somebody else in your life. It could be, a lot of times it's read as a father figure or a male boss or, a strong male in your life. It does not have to be male. It's just the energy of someone that is really trying to, control you and what it is that you're trying to do. And it brought you some confusion about what it is that you wanted. I feel like some of this fish energy has come because this person was, kind of maybe even manipulating you a little bit, right? But you were definitely trying to appease this person so much that you kind of like lost your focus. Like there's too many cups there, right? Like, everybody here is like looking at one thing and you were like looking at all these different options. And I think that, looking at this reading, I'm kind of wondering if it's spirit telling you, you just have to look at one thing. You may have been trying to do too much, trying to keep too many people happy in your life, and you've lost, what it is that your heart really wants. It's time to really figure out what it is that you want and going after it. So let's look at this Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, the Queen of Cups. Let's get a few more here. Ace of Cups, Two of Cups, the Empress, and the Sun on the bottom. My goodness. Okay, Scorpio, this is beautiful. Look at all this Cups energy. I think, it's kind of like you really want love in your life. But the problem is that you've been kind of focused on maybe your career or making money. And what you may have come into realizing or may come into realizing very soon, especially with this angel of love, right? Like looking at her heart, looking at love, like it's kind of like, yeah, this is what I want, right? And both of these, the Queen of Cups in this deck and the Empress, right? They're both kind of like motherly figures, nurturing people, either nurturing yourself, nurturing, a project you're trying to launch or a business you're trying to launch, or even just becoming a mother, right? All of those situations, depending on, your, what it is that you want in your life. But here it is, you're wanting this Ace of Cups to come along. You're wanting this Two of Cups energy. You're definitely trying to bring that in. But with this Nine of Pentacles, I feel like maybe for some of you, you've been like almost like focusing on the wrong thing. With this, once again, like you have all these cups here. Like you were focusing on one cup, but you were focusing on the pentacles. But what you really wanted was maybe, a family or maybe, love or children or whatever it was. Like I feel like you had the wrong focus. And because of that, you may have been kind of like so flexible because it really wasn't, what you were focusing on really wasn't at your heart. So you didn't have a lot of enthusiasm for it, if that makes sense. And I think you're getting some clarity about what it is that you really want. What is your heart telling you really want? I almost feel like, the fish is kind of speaking to me, like you're you're going in the wrong direction. It's almost like the fish is saying you're going in the wrong direction. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune. So you have the Three of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the World, the Eight of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. So, you know, here the Three of Wands is going out and getting what it is, taking those first initial steps to, you know, getting what you want. Whether, you know, I'm going for the career I want to go for love, I want to go for the house that I want, whatever it is. It's like taking that initial step out into the world. You know, you're preventing, you have the Wheel of Fortune and the World. Like, because you're doubting yourself, you're doubting love. You're doubting love in your life. You're just definitely doubting love in your life. And because of that, you can't take the first step. You can't turn the wheel. Like, all of this wants to turn for you. But here's the problem. Your own self-doubt about whether or not you can definitely do this. And, you know, I think that that's why, you know, Spirit is really talking to you about, like, focusing, like, getting, what is it that you want? It's kind of like, you know, they're really speaking to you. What is it that you want? Look at Seven Pentacles is on the bottom. It's something that you want to put the seeds. You want to plant the seeds for something for the future. But it's kind of like, you know, she's so overcome with all of those bags that she can't get started. And here you have in the advice, it's like, go ahead and make the choice. What is it that you really want? What is it that you want? Okay, so let's clarify the Two of Wands. Nine of Pentacles, Three of Wands again, and the Sun. What do we have on the bottom? Eight of Pentacles, working on this. Like, making a choice. Going ahead and making a choice, and then going ahead and taking the steps to go get that. Knowing that, you know, you have a Nine of Pentacles again. And then the Sun card. My goodness. This is going to bring you so much joy and abundance. Whatever it is that you're really going to focus on. You know, I think the Nine of Pentacles here twice is talking about, you know, focusing on what it is that you really want, the tangible things, because Pentacles stand for tangible things. You know, the house that you want, the career, the way you make money, whatever it is tangible that you want. It's time to figure out what it is, because it's wanting to come in. It's you making the decision about what it is that you really want and then taking those first steps towards it. You have to make the decision, and then you have to step towards it. You're not taking the first step. You're denying yourself the first step towards this. So interesting. Oh my goodness, you have the Lovers. Yeah, it's about... and the Hermit. Okay, they're just like popping. Let's see, what else do we have? Can you clarify this Seven of Swords? Wow, they're popping everywhere. Okay, so you have the King of Swords fell on the floor and the Five of Swords. This is, you know, these two cards lead me to believe that you will have regrets if you deny yourself whatever it is that you really want. This is you stepping into clarity, getting really clear about what it is. And, you know, with the Hermit, you may, you know, here we have the Hierophant and the Hermit. You know, you may need to go within, really think about it. Don't let other people tell you what it is that you want or don't want, right? But the Hermit card is saying go within, get the clarity, make the choice, and make the choice that is good for you, because, you know, the Lovers card is about making a choice, but it's also about loving yourself, like loving yourself enough to make the choice that's right for you. That's your message. That is your message. Wow. It's so, I mean, that just like popped into my head. Okay. So, you know, I'm going to pull some romance oracle cards because I feel like there is love in this. Let's get some light on that. And Scorpio, if you're enjoying this reading, I would really appreciate it if you would like, share, and subscribe, because that really helps to build my channel and get my message out to more people. So let's see what we have here. Honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So, for some of you, I think, you may be with somebody right now. Maybe, what you need to do, maybe part of this is this the person you want to be with for the rest of your life? And it is. It's about taking the steps to make that happen, right? And if you're looking for new love, it really means, like being focused, like saying to the universe, yes, I decide I want love. I choose love and I'm going for it, right? Really nice. It's kind of like, Spirit's saying whatever it is that you want, you're going to get. You just have to get focused on it. You got to tell the universe what it is that you want. Unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So, these are two different, kind of energies. This is definitely, yes, this is the person going to be around a while. And this is like, like there's not enough chemistry. And I kind of wonder that if, for some of you, you could be in a relationship where one person thinks, yes, this is the person I want to be with, and somebody else is kind of like, well, I don't know, So you could read it that way. The other thing is that you could be so confused about what it is that you want, right? And maybe about something that's happened in the past in a previous relationship that you're so concerned, is this the real one? Is there chemistry here, right? And that's all about you deciding, in your heart if there's chemistry or not. And if there isn't, well, then, perhaps the relationship isn't going to last. Perhaps it is time to make the choice to move forward to some other person, right? Okay, it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. And that is definitely coming in with this, Lover's card. I think it is about you choosing to love yourself and opening yourself up to, the relationship that you really and truly want. Something, that is balanced and brings everything that you want into a relationship. And whether you're with that person now or you may meet that person in the near future, it's about being enthusiastic about this relationship, about really focusing on it and saying, this is the person for me. And, really getting out of the confusion part, and second guessing it and putting all your enthusiasm into it. Really nice. Okay, so let's look at the Creativity Oracle card. Oh, lovely. Lovely. Partnership. Once you have decided to walk your path in partnership, you must put your relationship first. Okay, that is, that I think is what this Lover's card is all about. Like, you need to go within. You need to decide, what is it that you really want? And once you decide that, like, you have to really walk the walk, right? There's one thing about, talking about it. It's another thing about really walking it. And, if you're in a relationship with the person that you think you really want to be with, it is about putting that relationship first. Or at least putting yourself into that relationship, being enthusiastic about that relationship. And, the other thing is about really putting yourself, loving yourself, putting your relationship with yourself first too, right? Because that Lover's card is a lot about self-love. Okay, so we're going to pull one more angel message to finish this off. Oh, Scorpio, this is a beautiful reading. I know for some of you, if you have been kind of like the fish for a while and just kind of been really flexible and I'll see what happens or whatever, this could be a little bit of a reading that lets you know it's time to decide what is it that you want, right? And then really going for it, putting your enthusiasm into it and going for it. Balance. Difference is a necessary part of human evolution, and everything in life is compromised of opposites, which together make life whole. If you light a candle in a room already flooded with light, the light of your candle would be indistinguishable from the light which already exists. Because of darkness, we are able to perceive light. Both are necessary. And, I think sometimes the fish tries to keep a balance of the people in their life, right? But it's time for you to balance yourself within and to realize, that there's things that you can do to make yourself, happy, and to follow your heart. And then there are also compromises that you may have to make when you're in a partnership with somebody else. And there is that internal balance that you have to, kind of keep. What's good for me and what's good for a relationship or a partnership, if it's like a business partnership. Well, Scorpio, I'm going to leave it there. I wish you lots of love and light in this situation and all your situations. Bye for now.